So welcome back to another FIFA 20 video. Today we are taking a look at the broken things in career mode. There's even more problems that emerge week by week as people are playing it, and they've sent in some clips to me, so we're putting them together and we're going to take a look. If you do enjoy the video, leave a thumbs up for me, it always helps. And if you are new to the channel and you want to see all the latest FIFA 20 news, career mode content as well, make sure you subscribe today. Before we get into it though, a lot of people have been sending in their stuff over the last 7 days, and I can't get everyone featured, and I can't see everyone's message as well because there's hundreds of them piled up in my Instagram DMs. Also Twitter gets messages, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. So there is a lot of people trying to get submissions in, and I can only pick maybe 10 or 12 each episode, so a lot of people are going to miss out, and for that I do apologize, but it's pretty hard to keep control of everything when you got hundreds of messages, so just keep that in mind if I don't reply. So this one was sent in by Hunters, and pretty much the player of the competition doesn't make the team of the competition, and you would think that the player of the competition is the best player overall, so he deserves to be in the team of the season as well, but in career mode it's not the case. So we have an image here, player of the competition announced. The EFL League One's player of the competition has been announced as being Sunderland's Grigg. When we take a look at the team of the season, you don't see Grigg on there. So it says the team of the EFL League One consists of all those players there, but Grigg from Sunderland is not on the list. So this was also an issue in FIFA 19 career mode as well, where the player of the season wouldn't make the team of the season. To me, it doesn't make sense. I don't even know how this happens in the game. Probably like a code issue or something. But the problem is they didn't really fix many issues in FIFA 19 career mode. So pretty much what we're seeing now is the issues from FIFA 19 career mode coming back into FIFA 20 career mode, plus the brand new ones now coming from the new features. So that's what I've noticed. But yeah, I mean, a simple thing like having the player of the season in the team of the season is not even possible in career mode sometimes. Next up was a thing sent in by OLLIE, and the news tile gets it wrong once again. I believe this one is a new issue because I haven't seen this one in FIFA 19 when I was doing my series, so I believe this one is a new one for the news tiles this year. And obviously they did upgrade the news tiles a little bit to feature new headlines, new screenshots in the background and stuff. So yeah, De Bruyne scores in Man City's 4-1 win over Liverpool. Nothing too bad about that so far. But when we take a look at the main text, this is where we see the issue. So De Bruyne managed to get his name on the score sheet in ones, Manchester City, -4 win against Liverpool. Does that make sense? I don't know, but maybe they used Google Translator for that one, but that certainly did not come out right. Look at that. In ones, Manchester City -4 win against Liverpool. Surely it's supposed to say something like Man City's 4-1 win against Liverpool. That would make more sense. This clip was sent in by David, and pretty much he's experienced a bug where you can't take a player off the loan list once you put them on the loan list. So as you can see in the clip, he's got a player there that he puts on the loan list, and then when he tries to remove from the loan list, the game sort of just says that he's still loan listed, and obviously that's not good because then maybe you're going to start getting loan offers for the player and stuff. Now I do believe he's not the only one. I have seen this issue on Twitter and stuff, so I do believe it's happening for a few people. Hasn't really happened to me yet, but this is what should be happening. Pretty much here, put him on the transfer list, and then when you click the player actions button, I guess, or that's what you call it, it'll let you remove him from the loan list, and then you're done with that. But obviously with the bug you can't do that. So we're back with another one of those news tile gets it wrong. This one is from Ivan. So he sent in this photo. Fans look forward to Mendes' loan recall. Ivan Mendes was seen in high spirits upon his return to Liverpool after his loan deal expired at 32. The article says that it's great to be back and I'm looking forward to training with the lads again. I do miss the guys at 32. They were very accommodating and taught me a lot. Now apparently 32 is supposed to be Bayer Leverkusen because that's what Ivan told me when he sent in the thing. So I guess they've taken out the name completely and just replaced them with a number 32 for some reason. This one comes from Career Mode Insider on Twitter, and apparently there's this bug where you get a manager job and it's the wage value of £0, so make sure you don't accept it because this is what he says. Be aware, there is a game crashing bug in FIFA 20 Career Mode in which the board would offer you £0 for a new manager job. I accepted thinking the manager wage doesn't really matter, but the game crashed. So if you see something that looks like this in your game, where it's a contract offer and the board is happy to give you £0 a week, make sure you do not accept that offer. First off, you shouldn't be accepting £0 a week. Second off, make sure you don't as well because it is going to crash your game. As you can see, the PS4 can't handle that £0 a week. And he's like, mate, what are you doing? I have to end this career mode before you do something stupid. So the console just crashes for you. And I don't know if you lose your whole career mode save or something, but yeah, it will crash your game if you accept a £0 per week manager job. Now, what's worse than £0 a week as a wage? -1 pounds a week as a wage. So you actually have to pay the club to actually play for them. So in career mode, this poor guy, Eric Evanson, got a -1 value and a -1 wage. So this is like a -1 bug. I think this was in FIFA 19 career mode as well. This one was sent in by Matt, as you can see. Not a good day for the guy who obviously is getting one of the worst wages you could possibly get as a professional footballer. But if you take a look at the contract length, it also says -1 month as well. So I think this was in FIFA 19, but I'm not sure what causes it. But yeah, I have seen this one last year as well. So this clip was doing the rounds last week, 2.1 million views on Twitter, and of course it's a career mode bug. This one comes from FOOTIE_fighting. He didn't submit it, but I thought it was good enough to put in the video anyway. My son and I just won our first trophy in career mode on FIFA 20, but hang on a minute, where's the EFL trophy? So there's nothing better than doing a whole season to see your team lift the trophy in the end of it, and then there's no trophy. So this is the clip. Let's quickly open it up for you. As you can see, the guy is so happy to be lifting a bit of air. Where is the trophy, EA? Please tell me you've put the trophy in the game. And it doesn't surprise me because I've actually seen this in last year's game where the player would even hold up like a soccer ball or something as the trophy. So this is just one of those funny career mode bugs because it catches you off guard because you're not really expecting it. But then when you see it, it just looks ridiculous. So this one is fairly common. I have seen a lot of people report this little grammatical error, I guess you could call it. Instead of saying you scored the decisive goal, the game says you scored the decisive goal. So obviously they need to fix that one up. And this is not the only grammatical error in the game. I guess you've seen a few already in this episode, but yeah, this is obviously something they need to fix up. So the other day I made a video about EA fixing career mode issues, and I said maybe they fixed the UEFA competitions crashing bug, but apparently they haven't. Now, for the most part, it would work until a team from the rest of the world category wins the tournament, and that's when the game crashes. So a team like Dinamo Zagreb, if they win the Europa League, they would obviously crash the game. So that's what Rich Lee said anyway, and that's the only way I can see this actually happening because I've tested this out myself and I haven't seen any issues. So I think it's just the rest of the world teams winning the competition that forces the crash. Now, I think this is a big issue because I believe when the UEFA tournament crashes, that's it. It doesn't work for the rest of the save. So you can go ahead and do another 10 seasons of the competition not even working. So obviously you want to play in the Champions League every season or Europa League, but once a team from this category wins it, that's it. The game never loads the Champions League tournaments or the Europa League tournaments anymore. So I think that's a big issue. So there appears to be some sort of squad hub bug that actually prevents you from adding people on the transfer list, the loan list, and doing any other actions that you can do in the squad hub. So these images were sent in by Robin and CARSONS. Pretty much they had the same issue where all the text where you could do different actions for the player disappear, and all you're left with is like 2 lines or something there that looks sort of like a clock hand or something. But yeah, obviously that is a pretty annoying thing because it stops you from doing squad hub actions. I haven't experienced this one yet myself, but it is affecting a few people. Next up is another one of those news tile gets a wrong things. So pretty much all you need to know here is that there was a match and Barcelona apparently beat Athletic 3-0. And you can see on the schedule there that it says 3-0 on that match. But then when you check the news tile, it says Adjuriz scores in Barcelona's draw against Athletic. Adjuriz's effort on goal helped his team to a 1-1 draw against Athletic Club. But obviously, if you take a look at the calendar, the match ended up 3-0, not 1-1. So that's another one of those news tile gets it wrong. This one was sent in by A7 Bert, and it looks like it's another one of those news tile gets it wrong. De Jong scores a brace as Real Madrid win over Inter. De Jong was in superb form for Real Madrid, scoring a brace which guided his side to a 3-1 win against Inter. Now, I presume they're talking about the De Jong from Barcelona, and you can see that the guy is wearing a Barcelona kit in the article photo, so that's the De Jong they're talking about. But why does the article mention Real Madrid? I presume Barcelona played Inter, but why does the article refer to Real Madrid when there's no relation to them at all? Now, this one was sent in by Ryan, and as you can see, a player wants to play in the next match, Timmy Chandler. But when he goes to select him for the squad, he actually has a red card, so he can't play. So why did he ask to play in the player conversation? I don't know, but obviously this one doesn't make any sense. Now, overall, the post-match interviews are something that I enjoy, but they're not perfect. There are a few issues with them because the interviewer sometimes gets it wrong and asks the wrong questions that don't really make sense to the situation that just played out on the field. So pretty much I was playing a career mode match against Southampton. I lost 3-0, so I was getting smashed. As you can see, the scoreline right there, 3-0. And I went into the post-match interview after the game. The first question was about Harry Maguire getting a red card. The second question was not too bad as well. They said, what are your thoughts on today's loss? And obviously that's a relevant question. But when we got to the third question, that is when things didn't make sense. So this was the question that I got from the reporter. It says, it seems the playstyle your team has adopted this match has been quite aggressive. What are your thoughts? I guess the question wasn't too bad, but the responses that I had to choose from were the things that didn't make sense. So one of them was, we won, didn't we? Well, we actually got smashed 3-0, man, so I don't know why I had that option. And then there was another option underneath that said we were too focused on scoring. Mate, we got pumped 3-0, we didn't score a goal, so how were we too focused on scoring if we didn't score a goal? So yeah, as I was doing that post-match interview, I noticed that some of the responses I could pick from didn't really make sense to the situation. So yeah, this is a new feature. Of course, it's going to have a few issues, but you will notice as well in your game that the post-match interviewer can get it wrong sometimes. So thanks to everyone that sent in their clips over the last week. I will continue to compile a little list of issues and we'll go from there. So if you do want to watch another video, make sure you hit the card in the middle. It'll take you to another FIFA 20 video of mine. I'll see you next time.